Sup witches, Celeste of the Silver Cord here, bringing in a quick reading for our Pisces. Ooh, my thing is out. So this is for Pisces March 2020, and we are coming out of, well, right now we're halfway through a Mercury retrograde, and that ends on March 10th, and we also have a full moon in Virgo on the 9th. So there is a huge shift of energy coming in right after the first week of March here. So this is going to be bringing in a lot of energy for us and a big shift in energy for the collective in general. We also got a bunch of planets coming out of Capricorn and getting ready to go into Aquarius. We got a lot going on. This Mercury retrograde has been in your sign. So if you've been in your feels, don't feel alone. We've all been there with you. And I keep saying that the pre-phase to Mercury retrograde is usually where we get a very big slowdown. Is where we get a big slowdown. And after Mercury retrograde, the post-shadow phase, which causes the chaos and conflict that's when everything starts taking off. Whatever you were working on in the pre-shadow phase that was getting stalled out and held back and you can't seem to get it going and you plateaued out on it, that's when it's going to start to take off. So wherever your focus has been, if it's been on drama's going to finish out whatever it was, is going to kick off right at the end there. And if you've been focusing on the positive, then you have positive things getting ready to come out for you. Whoo! Just talking about that, where is your focus? Because I got the Five of Swords coming out as an overall, and that is conflict, tension, feeling like you're defeated. You screw you guys, I'm going home, carrying off the swords, I don't want to fight with y'all no more. And then right after that, you have the Ace of Staves. That's the other big energy that's coming at you, and that is inspiration and creation. So these are the, I mean, talk about a dualistic nature, you and your two fish. So you got one fish that is focused on the drama, defeat, loss, not wanting to play anymore, ready to take your, your swords and go home. Screw you guys, I'm going home. And then the other fish is all about, what are we going to create now? Now what? Now what are we going to do? It's time to create. What can I manifest? What can I create? What can I get started? What can I get going? And I would definitely 100% focus more on your creative energies. If they've been what's been being blocked by this Mercury retrograde, get ready for a big shift around the 9th and the 10th when that full moon and Mercury goes direct for your creative endeavors to really start getting a foothold and really start taking off for you guys. One more shuffle. Ooh, got the Lovers on the bottom there. Strong connections. Seven of Cups, lots of options. King of Cups, control of your emotions. Four of Swords, taking time to recuperate. Knight of Coins, Pentacles. Ooh. And then the Nine of Swords. Ooh. Right there at the end. All right. What clarifiers are we going to use for you guys? Go with this deck. Okay. So you got the Seven of Cups coming into March. You got a lot of options, a lot of different directions that you can come from, a lot of cups to choose from. I call this also the player energy card. So if you are dealing with somebody who's entertaining a lot of options, or you are entertaining a lot of options, just understand, just because you are offered all these cups does not mean you should drink out of all of the cups. You don't know. Some could be poison. So take your time with the King of Cups energy there, and really, and look, there's even a fish in this picture for you guys. Take the time with the King of Cups there to really, I don't know the words I'm looking for, balance your emotions. Take control over your cup. Stop handing your cup to other people, especially if that other person is the Seven of Cups represented here. Stop offering your cups to people who have a ton of different options. If they want your cup, they'll come to you. You don't need to keep throwing it at them. Take control over your own cup. Four of Swords, take time to recuperate and see what really is important to you. You know, don't be afraid. You know, you can be passive. It's a Mercury retrograde. It doesn't end till the 10th. And things are going to take off naturally on their own after that. Knight of Coins. Right? So this is efficiency, routine. He is in control. He is ready to start implementing a new routine in order to create more prosperity and more abundance in your life. So that's where you need to take your time to stop worrying about all the options. Stop worrying about all these extra cups and everybody else's cups and what everybody else is doing and all this other drama. It's time to get control over one cup, your cup. And take time to recuperate and refill your own cup. Learn how to allow yourself to fill your own cup. And Swords is all about air energy. So that is really taking control over your thoughts and emotions. Are your thoughts constantly dwelling on this big defeat over here and this drama and this stuff that you are trying to walk away from? Or is this... Are you focusing on your creative side with that Ace of Staves? You know, manifesting prosperity and abundance around you, taking control of your own power, you know, raising your own wand and putting it into play. Instead of being dependent on somebody else choosing your cup or focusing on who else's cups that you have to choose from. Worry on your own. Focus on your own cup. Focus on filling your own cup. Focus on learning how to take time and stillness to recuperate your own cup. And then you can implement a routine based on that control over your thoughts and your words to start really putting it into play, into earthly movements, things in this dimension, steps and actions in this dimension to move things forward. Now, right at the end there, at the end of the month, we got the Nine of Swords. So that's still defeat, loss, crisis. So I'm seeing this as whatever flared up during the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde is going to flare up again for your post-shadow phase. Is going to be that drama. You're going to take the time, you're going to be like, screw you guys, I'm going home. I have all these options, but I'm going to focus on my own cup. I'm going to recuperate and refill my own cup. I'm going to take actions in this dimension for myself and those I love to manifest better abundance and things around me. And then you will have a trial at the end, when we all face trials and we all face tribulations, and this is a dualistic thing, of whatever that drama was resurfacing again for you, and then this is going to be how that you handle it. I'm not getting any jumpers right now, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knight of Swords at the bottom there. Just more clear thinking, intellectual. You got to start making head over heart decisions. You guys' heart is so big that you get yourselves into a lot of trouble with that. See, 7 of Cups, 5 of Swords right underneath it. That brings nothing but conflict. The King of Cups over the Joker there. That is seeing game players for who they are and taking control of your cups. 5 of Wands with the 4 of Swords there. So that is, yeah, that is really... So now you got the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Swords is walking away from conflict, but the 5 of Wands is really defending yourself from the conflict. And it's the irony of it falling in right behind the the Four of Swords here, you got the Five of Wands directly under it. So this is really, this time to recuperate is to recuperate to defend yourself from these other energies. Pisces tend to be hugely empathic, and you guys are very susceptible to other people controlling your energy. And with this Knight of Pentacles here, you have the Eight of Rods, and that is all about moving away from this energy. Moving away from, you get the Five of Swords twice now, so you get Five of Swords, Joker, a game player. I got the player card here with the Seven of Cups. So this is someone who is very, very manipulative that causes this conflict for you. And I see you taking time, probably around the full moon, to really charge up yourself, taking time to recuperate and defend yourself from these energies. And then once you're done recuperating and filling your own cup, it is time to embrace this new power and energy that you're finding. We got the equinox on the 20th. Aries season starts. It's the zodiac new year. It used to be the new year before the Gregorian calendar, and it is time to start making motions. And then right after that, you have the Knight of Pentacles again. You got those twice too. Now, the only thing that can hinder you from reaching these is the fact that this player energy is going to pop back up. And that is going to bring a lot of depression, anxiety, despair. And if you focus on that, you will just recreate this conflict cycle again. Now, if you want to break this conflict cycle, the only thing you could do is shift your focus to something else. And the shift of focus should be Ace of Staves. What are you firishly passionate about? Where is your fire energy really focused on? Where is your passion at? And then once you see where your passion is, that is what you will use to make actionable steps in this dimension, in the earth realm. Pentacles are earth energy. It's about taking actionable steps physically in the physical reality to manifest your fire energy. But if you're going to get into that manifestation mode, you cannot have these doubts, dwelling on defeat and stuff like that, because that will manifest more. That will pull your past into your future if you keep dwelling on it. So you really have to take this Eight of Wands energy with the Knight of Pentacles here. Because this is directly, I mean, this is really kind of amazing, because you got the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Rods, and then you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So this is move on or be trapped. I think that's what I'll title this. Move on or be trapped back into the cycle again. Keep moving on. Keep embracing your power there. I mean, we just had a major retrograde in your sign. You guys probably just went through a big, big, big shift. And a big shift's coming in March. I mean, we've got Mercury retrograde ending. We've got the full moon in Virgo on the 9th. We've got the spring equinox for the Northern Hemisphere on the 20th, and it's just a time to really embrace these energy shifts. And if you don't take the time to fill your own cup and find out where your true passions lie and what you want to really focus on, you will leave yourself with nothing to focus on but the negative. Talked about the two fish at the beginning. One fish is dwelled on the conflict, and one fish is ready to create and manifest. Work with the fish that's swimming against you. Figure out why it's still tied to this negative thing. That's going to be part of your Four of Swords there in the mid-month. That's going to be time to figure out, why are you still trapped by this? Why do you keep getting pulled in by the Joker? And then once you can figure out how the Joker keeps pulling you in, that's how you get away from it. You guys are going to love this. Now, I believe I saw something earlier today about the Syrian white dog portal opening up right now, but this is too cool. Get the wolf. Instinct. Your intuition is not wrong, but it is so, your intuition kicks in and immediately your ego, your shadow, all start throwing in contrary information. If your instinct about somebody goes, oh my God, this person seems to keep manipulating me into false positive connections only to turn around and become a negative connection later. And it's because you're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition was right about that person in the beginning, but because you're such big softies, you're the one water sign that doesn't have any defense mechanism. I mean, Cancer has pinchers, Scorpio has a stinger and pinchers, and then Pisces, you guys are just two fish. And as harsh as this may be to hear, when it comes to love, you guys are kind of like shooting fish in a barrel. You make it that easy on people because your hearts are so big and you want to see the best in people and you want to care about people. I mean, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. You guys are kind of like the crazy old cat lady grandmas of the zodiac. Where Aquarius and Capricorn are kind of like the grumpy old men. You are the crazy cat lady. You are the one that opens up your door and your heart and you want to love and nurture and take care of things. But some people just need to go. And this isn't about abandoning people. This isn't about just taking off, disappearing, and never talking to a person again, especially if this is like some sort of family tie or something like that that you're getting wound up in. If it's an ex, if this is an ex that keeps coming up and dragging this shit up all the time, cut him out. That's fine. If there's no kids or anything involved, I mean, cut it. Other people, this is about listening to your instincts. They are who they are. And yes, they do have the ability to change. But think about how hard it is to change yourself. And then you'll realize what little control you have over changing anybody else. So listen to your instincts, set up healthy boundaries, set up your territory, and yeah, follow your instincts. Listen to them. They're right. That person is shady. That person does seem to if you can look back and see that this particular connection constantly goes from really, really good and then all of a sudden it's a shit show. And then they come back and they're all sorry and everything else and you take them back in and it goes really, really good and then suddenly shit show again. It's time to recognize that cycle and it's time to move past it. Or else it's going to keep trapping you up. Alright, Pisces, that's your March 2020 reading. If you like this, please like, share, subscribe, spank the bell to get more notifications. I'm going to be doing a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine reading for our Stara, the equinox. And yeah, I'll put the link to our Facebook group below, the Coven, the Silver Cord. We do cards and coffee, messages from the universe. We have a lot of fun over there. And I will talk to you guys later. Blessed be.